Thank you very much, Margarita, and welcome to Priska and Sheila. Let me introduce very briefly who we are and why we believe in transforming urban mobility to help shape green, smart, and just cities. As you know, mobility connects us to each other and to places we want to go. But the way we move today is not sustainable. It's not working for most people or the planet. Mobilize Your City was launched at COP21 in Paris with 15 partners and 15 million euros. It began as an initiative to support cities and countries in addressing these local challenges with global impacts. And today, we have nearly 100 partners throughout the world and 40 million euros from the European Union and the governments of France and Germany. We prepare sustainable urban mobility plans, we ensure access to finance, and we build capacities on the way. So far, with the first 10 projects completed, we have mobilized nearly €1 billion for sustainable mobility projects. Concretely, this means that 6 million people will have improved access to public transportation services, that air pollution will decrease, and road safety will improve. But beyond these clear environmental impacts that we anticipate, we work to ensure a just transition. For instance, by working on the integration of informal transport, we create better jobs and make cities more livable. Our partnership really shows what is possible when we act collectively and with urgency. I would like to leave the floor now to our members who can best share the impact this work has had on their cities and countries.
Eleonore, that was very interesting to hear. And dear Priska, vous avez coordonné le développement d'un plan de mobilité de Douala, au Cameroun. Pouvez-vous nous dire comment ce plan permet concrètement à la ville d'être plus durable, intelligente et juste?
Merci déjà pour l'intérêt porté. Avant de commencer, je dirais que la ville de Douala connaît une population assez grande et elle fait face à des enjeux de mobilité et de problèmes, notamment ceux liés à la forte urbanisation et un étalement urbain. Cette urbanisation implique l'utilisation de déplacements motorisés et principalement déjà des mototaxis. Mais il faut dire que la marche est le mode le plus connu, le plus utilisé dans la ville de Douala, mais pas forcément parce qu'il y a des infrastructures qui existent, mais parce qu'il y a des difficultés d'accès, des difficultés de confort et de sécurité. Donc, pour faire face aux enjeux de mobilité et de transport dans la ville, la communauté urbaine de Douala a élaboré son plan de mobilité urbaine soutenable qui a préconisé la mise en œuvre d'un réseau de transport public, notamment le BRT, autour duquel est structuré du bus de rabattement, un système de transport fluvial, une cohésion entre le transport artisanal et le transport institutionnel. Ce plan promeut aussi l'innovation en proposant un mode tel que le câble qui n'était pas encore valorisé, utilisé dans la ville. Il promeut aussi l'ouverture à des formes de mobilité peu valorisées, notamment la marche, comme je l'ai précisé précédemment, le vélo et la voie navigable. Donc, il a ainsi adressé les problématiques de réduction de gaz à effet de serre en promouvant l'accès au transport public, au transport de masse. Il a adressé la question de la décongestion et de la digitalisation ou du numérique dans les propositions. La mise en œuvre de ce plan de mobilité permettrait d'avoir des bénéfices. Cette approche, il faut dire que c'est une approche concertée et participative qui pourrait avoir des bénéfices classés en deux catégories. Des bénéfices socio-environnementaux, notamment sur la création d'emplois ou la participation citoyenne, d'une part, et d'autre part, la desserte de quartiers et des populations les plus vulnérables, une réduction de temps de parcours et une réduction des émissions de gaz à effet de serre dans le transport. La deuxième catégorie de bénéfices, c'est des bénéfices économiques et urbanistiques, notamment sur la réduction des coûts pour les usagers dans les transports, une cohabitation nettement améliorée avec les transports artisanaux, notamment les taxis, les mototaxis, les microbus, et la réduction du nombre d'accidents dans la ville et bien évidemment une amélioration du cadre de vie urbain et de façon générale de la qualité de vie. Voilà en quelques mots ce que apporterait le plan de mobilité concrètement dans la ville de Douala.
Super, merci beaucoup Prisca, très intéressant et impressionnant. Sheila, you have been working in the Philippines to develop a national program to empower cities to transition towards more sustainable mobility. Can you tell us how did that work?
Well, our work with the National Urban Mobility Program started in 2017, and it has provided the nation with a framework for sustainable urban mobility. Let me just situate the Philippines. The Philippines very much follows urbanization patterns as described by the United Nations, where more than 50% of your population are residing in your urban centers. In the Philippines, back in 2015, we already had 51.2% of our people living in urban areas. What does that mean? That means that mobility needs actually increases. Hence, your motorization has increased. Recognizing this, we all know that private vehicle can no longer sustain as our backbone transport. So the Philippine Urban Mobility Plan is actually anchored on people first approach, which moves towards an efficient, affordable, and economically sustainable urban transport. We have 3 thematic areas: active transport, which really under the pandemic has been has increased, the promotion as well as the adoption of active transport has actually increased a lot, and also efficient public transportation, where, as I've mentioned earlier, with really high urban population, it's really good for us to shift towards public transportation as well as in urban freight. We continue to work with our partners for Mobilize Your City towards data collection, because we understand, we recognize that data collection is very important for us to be able to monitor the successes that have been that we have achieved through the 3 thematic areas.
Super. Thank you very much, Sheila, and thank you actually both of you for giving us a glimpse of what Mobilize Your City does and has been able to achieve already. Before our 10 minutes break, let me give you back the floor, Eleanor. I know you have a concluding remark and announcement to share with all our participants.
Thank you very much, Margarita, and thank you again, Sheila and Prisca. This was really interesting, and as you say, Margaret, this is really giving us a first glimpse of what we do. And so I would like to invite you all to join us at the Mobilize Your City Global Forum that will take place on June 25th to hear more about the experiences in Douala and the Philippines, and also about how we help cities access finance and use digital technologies to revolutionize urban mobility. So I think we have one slide where you can get a QR code to register to this global forum. Otherwise, you can go on our website, mobilizeyourcity.net. Exactly. And this is the place where you will be able to register to the Mobilize Your City Global Forum, where we really hope to see you on June 25th. Thank you all again.
Great. Thank you all indeed, and see you soon.